Hey guys, this is going to be a matchup against hpTheGreat in round 4 of the Gosu Coaching tournament. hpTheGreat in division Iraj Omega 53 and 39. So here we go. Hey everybody, Psy here casting another game for you. This is going to be, like I said, in round 4 of the Gosu Coaching Cup on Xel'Naga Caverns. It's going to be a Z versus Z, Zerg versus Zerg. Psy in the top right and hpTheGreat in the bottom left. And I just have to do this. I want to give another shout out to all the people at Reddit, all the fans who were skeptical but found the real Psy. They actually had a post requesting a replay pack from me, and I did just kind of throw together a bunch of replay packs, put them into a RAR file, and put them on the internet. So I will have a link in the description if you guys are interested in downloading that replay pack. Some of the games I have casted, some of the games I haven't casted. So Reddit, you are awesome. Thanks for supporting me. Here we are on Xel'Naga Caverns. I love this map. I've had a lot of success for it. It's got 2 starting locations, so we know where the opponents are. You can see the overlords are scouting cross position, and this is a ZvZ, but it's not going to be a Baneling on Baneling ZvZ, so it's actually an awesome game. There are a couple typical metagames for ZvZ. You'll have Speedling Baneling on Speedling Baneling. Very typical. Games tend to be pretty short. If one player does kind of hold out, you'll usually progress into a Muta game. There's also Speedling Baneling on a Roach Queen fast expansion build where the Roaches and Queens will try to block the ramp and try to minimize any Baneling damage, and then the Banelings will transition into Mutas a lot of times, and you'll kind of have the Muta player taking map control while the Roach Queen will move into Hydras and try to limit the amount of bases that the Muta player gets and try to kill them. And you'll also see Roach Hydra on Roach Hydra, and that's kind of like old school ZvZ. So this one is actually going to be a Muta on, what was I saying? A Muta on Roach. I'll be the Muta, he'll be on the Roach, but it takes kind of an interesting twist, and there's a lot of other units thrown into the mix, so it's a very interesting ZvZ 22-minute game. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but whatever. And it's going to be a lot of fun, so just make sure to stick with it. So enough of that. Let's go back to the builds here. I think I did get a fast expansion at 14. I built up to 14 again, and then got my spawning pool at 14 as well. So we are going very similar builds. You can see he's choosing to get his gas a little bit earlier, but his spawning pool is a little bit later. If we check out the fast expansions, it looks like mine is going to complete just a scotch sooner than his. That is a word. Look it up. So is desolate. Desolate and desolate are different words. I think they're spelt the same. Actually, I think they're the same word. They just have different uses. So, yeah. Anyway, fast expansion has completed. Once my pool comes up, I'm going to be getting a queen at each of them. And what I like to do is I pretty much assume that my opponent is going to be getting banelings. And so, well, even if he's not, I like to put a spine crawler right here, and I like to block this ramp off. Once my 2 queens come, I'll get a creep colony, or a creep tumor. Creep colony, that's old school, with my queen over here, and then I'll eject with my main queen. So, still no gas right now. And these spines are actually very nice for defending against any kind of early ling attacks. And I also like to get a couple lings as well. You'll see he is getting a Roach Warren. I've got my first spine coming up. Both my queens are down. Ooh, Overlord getting a bit out of position. Always watch for the Overlords in ZvZ. Got some lings chasing down his drone rather, a little bit. And you see we both did a nice little transfer. Right now though, I am ahead in drones by 1. Just now getting my gas. He's already been mining quite a bit out of his gas. We'll see if he takes that Baneling speed or not, Zergling speed or not. Being supply locked there, 27 out of 20. So, unit stat by my 8 Zerglings, 4 Zerglings more than him, 2 Overlords more than him, a Queen more than him, and 2 drones more than him. So, not sure why I'm doing so much better than him. Oh, here we go. This is why. He's got 2 Roaches in the field. So, because he's sacrificing early economy to get these Roaches, even though he can kind of tell I'm not being too aggressive, he's going to have to make some kind of push with these, make them do some harassment job or try to run past my spines or something like that. But you can see my queens are blocking it off. I should be scouting a little bit more. If you look at my what I can see, I haven't really gotten too much intel, so I want to at least send maybe 2 or 3 lings in to try to scout out, see if he's going a lair, seeing if he's getting a spire or a roach build or banelings or something like that. But I did produce a queen at each other hatchery. In hindsight, I don't know if this was worth the minerals. I could have used those on drones and it would have been very effective. pushing in a little bit there, seeing the roaches. And, you know, these are 6 drones right here just so I can get a nice little block off that I didn't really need. So small mistake right there because I didn't scout those early roaches. And here we are running in, seeing quite a few roaches, and then I saw him moving up. So right now, I don't really have much to defend against this. So if you look at the production tab, I'm frantically getting zerglings, getting a roach warren as well. So 12 zerglings, roach warren. I should be putting down another spine. There it is. And if you'll notice, this spine isn't really protecting my probes. I should probably move it out maybe into the center of the hatchery or in the mineral line, but then he can always run up. So I'm kind of in a tricky situation. He's got 10 roaches approaching, a couple more being rallied up here, and he's going to move around my minerals. And I'm just going to have to pull off my drones. I don't want to keep them mining. I can be fine if I can fend this off and then just get mining again. I'll be behind a little bit because I'm not mining. But look at the drone count. Because of this harass that he's doing right here, my drone count is huge. And I'm going to try to get us around on these banelings, or on these roaches, I cannot speak today, with these queens. Notice that queen got quite low. I transfused it, so maybe these extra queens are paying off a little bit. But still, maybe I could have spent them on lings or something else. Now 4 spines up. I'm going to be uprooting these and trying to protect my entire base. Right now he's just kind of hitting and running very fast on the creep. Queens are about as fast as roaches on the creep. So here we are. Now I'm moving him all the way back. Need to keep an eye on that. Now swarming in with the roaches. He's got 16. I've got 6. But my harvester count is much higher. So as long as I can keep him from killing any of my drones, I will be able to outproduce in roaches just in just a bit here. Now running off of 2 gas, getting a 3rd gas just because, well, you'll see that in a second. So that spine's protecting my back mineral line, and he's forced to flee because these queens are going to do such a great job of transfusing these spine crawlers. Yeah, see, there's that one transfusion. Takes so long for them to dig in, though. So we've got a cool little queen roach on roach battle. It's pretty nifty. Now up to 27. So it looks like he's going to leave this with this attack force and try to catch up on economy. So he's now only down by 2 drones. My lair was going up during that battle. We see my drone count is doing just fine. I'm going to be running off my 3rd gas in just a second here. Looks like he's pushing up again. And if we check him out, he is running off of just 1 gas right now. So heavy minerals, 1 gas, and going a lair as well. So because he's at 1 gas, he can't really expect to go mutas and be successful. Not at this point in the game. 1 gas this late, and here's my spire. I'm going to be getting the mutas like I said in the beginning of the game, and he's going to be going the hydras because if he tries to go mutas, obviously I'm going to be able to counter him with my higher amount of mutas because his layer is later, his gas is a little bit lower, still only running off 2. I'll be getting my 4th pretty soon. And his rush wasn't really successful, and if he did get mutas, I don't remember what I was going to say, but he's not going to get mutas. Lots of spines going up, however. Don't know about these spines. He knows what kind of roach army I had. It wasn't too much bigger than his, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Overseer now peeking into his base, not dropping anything as of yet, but seeing this